Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Humbo here, bringing you a brand new upload, and today we're going to be talking about how I stay motivated in Fortnite competitive and creative with my mechanics and practice, and also how I stay motivated on the content creation side. I haven't missed an upload for a whole week in over a year, guys. So I've been on the grind with the content, with the gameplay, trying to make sure I maintain a really high standard for y'all, and so many of you guys want to know how I maintain that motivation and maintain that drive and how it doesn't fall off for long periods of time. Of course, I have extremely bad weeks. This week's actually been a tough one with them removing performance mode. Definitely had me down about that, and I just haven't been feeling the game too much this week, but I'm bouncing back right now with this upload. I think it's a perfect video to talk about in my low to get me churning up. I'm also a little sick right now, so I may sound a little clogged, but we cranking out an upload, man. So I love you guys. I really do love each and every one of my supporters. Thank you for being there for me. Much freaking love, guys. I appreciate all the comments, all the support. But yeah, guys, without further ado, make sure y'all drop a sub if you enjoy this video. Make sure y'all check out the Twitch, and let's get it, baby. All right, guys, the first major thing in my opinion that will help you maintain a very long-term motivation, and guys, I consider long-term anywhere from like 6 months to a year, and you could go longer. You could be talking like 5 years. It just depends on what it is. I know you guys are all gonna have different goals, ranging from Fortnite competitive goals. You might be trying to get your first cash placement. You might be trying to go positive in wagers for a month and make some money in wagers. You might be trying to get your content creation going, so you're trying to improve your skill level for that and your montages, whatever it is, right? It doesn't really matter. I'm sure you guys have that in your mind. You guys really have to think of a specific long-term goal. You can only say it in like one sentence. Like my goal this year, hopefully before my birthday, right? So I'm really hoping for before my birthday on May 16th, I get a 100K plaque on YouTube, and me improving my skill level in Fortnite. All that stuff is going into that, right? I have to be a good player. I have to be a good commentator. I have to do a lot of things right, but having that one specific goal to wake up to every day, and I would really recommend that you make it your phone screensaver. That's a great place to put it. Every time you're going on your phone to slack off or whatever, or watch YouTube, you have to look at it, right? Make you feel a little guilty when you're down bad slacking off. Also, another good option is to put it on your door. You could either write it or type it, whatever you prefer, but I promise you guys, having that thing around you is going to affect your subconscious in the actions that you do every single day. Even it helps you like 5 or 10% better, 5 or 10% more focused for the day. Think about how much that impacts you over 6 months or a year, like we're talking about long-term stuff. So I do highly recommend this for each and every one of you guys, whatever you're trying to do. And now it's time for the boring part that most people miss, right? So you have the definitive goal, right? You know exactly what you're trying to do. You've got this down on paper. You've done something with it, right? It's in your forefront of your mind. You're really excited, right? This might even be nighttime. You're sitting down in bed watching this video, and that is usually when you're going to be feeling the most motivated, right? But then it's time to wake up the next day and actually put this into action, right? Do the daily work over time for this. So I really cannot stress this enough. You guys have to learn how to be patient, for real. Nothing comes overnight. Usually nothing great comes in a week or a month. This usually takes months and months and even years, plural. Like, this can take a super long time is what I'm trying to tell you, and you have to really fall in love with that day-to-day process. And also, this is such a huge one, and I'm going through it right now as we speak. When you guys mess up your upload schedule, when you guys mess up your practice schedule, or you play really bad that day, don't get overly down on yourself. Be responsible, pick yourself up. Literally, it's guaranteed you're gonna have down weeks, down months, down days. It's just gonna happen, down hours. You guys are gonna throw the bag sometimes. There's no avoiding that, but what you can control and what really matters is how you respond to that adversity the next day, the next week, how you pick yourself back up. I'm just coming off of a pretty struggling week. I just missed a lot on all cylinders. Not proud of this last week, right? But I'm not gonna let that dictate the energy going into this next week, right? Right now it's Saturday, it's midday, I'm recording this video as y'all are watching it, and then we're gonna roll into this Sunday, then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm gonna bang out videos. We're gonna get a lot done, man, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the bounce back. Do not dwell on the negative part of the week. Do not dwell on the struggle. Look forward to it, man. The next thing that I want to talk about is something that you guys have already accomplished just by being here, and this is that I recommend you guys spend 30 minutes to an hour. So about what a period of class would be in high school, classes like 45 minutes or so. I recommend you spend that amount of time every day watching YouTube videos to inform yourself on whatever your goal is. So if you guys are trying to get better at keyboard and mouse, let's say, you should watch 30 minutes to an hour a day of keyboard and mouse tips and keyboard and mouse tutorials and strategies and stuff about binds and all that stuff. Or if you guys tips is along the lines of YouTube, you should try to learn about YouTube for 30 minutes to an hour, man. You should treat this just like you would treat any other thing, right? You shouldn't just be going through the motions and grinding blindly, okay? A lot of people do that. They just get really excited and they go right into something without the knowledge, or maybe they do the knowledge for a couple days and then they're just running into it. And they're working way harder, but not that smart. You feel me? They don't have a good balance, and I highly recommend you guys are getting information. It doesn't have to be from my videos. I'm really not just saying this because I make those types of videos. You guys could go watch Jarian if you guys want competitive tips. Whoever you guys want to watch, I don't really care. I'm just telling you, go to whoever you like the most, whoever impacts you the best, bro. And if that's me, great. But if it's not, great. I'm just telling you guys right now, you should be spending 30 minutes to an hour, man, educating yourself every day about your goals, right? Because you want to have that combo of hard work and working smarter, right? If you can do both of those, you got to be able to nail the smart work, not just the hard work. That's when you find that real rhythm. That's when you start to see big improvement in your goals. Trust me, man. Another great way to maintain your motivation while you guys are on your journey is to have what I call a counter goal. So this is something that complements your main goal, right? So you have your main long-term goal, and then you need to have something that is a secondary goal. This is just my opinion, and for me, it is working out. I'm trying to get cut, right? I'm trying to lose 20 to 30 pounds right now. I'm trying to shred out, and this is what I consider my complementary goal. So the reason why I think this is so important is it gives you something else to focus your mind on besides your main thing, right? Sometimes I feel like if you spend way too much time obsessing just over the one goal, you're not thinking of enough new, fresh ideas. You're not staying motivated. You're getting way too burnt out. If you have something else to complement that is also a productive thing, right? Now, this could be anything, right? You guys can get creative with it, but for me, it's working out. For me, it's trying to eat healthy. For me, it's trying to cook my own meals. This gives me an opportunity, number one, to get outside, to get active, which is healthy, and it also gives my mind a refresh from gaming. It gives me a totally different vibe for the day, and it helps me think of things, right? Right in the middle of a workout is when I feel like I think of some of my best video ideas or content strategies or just tips that I need to do to get better, all these things, right? And then I come back and I play better. I get on the game and I'm doing a lot better. It just helps me get that mental refresh in for the day. It helps me get a whole new look on the day. It makes me attack the game better or my content better. I just highly recommend this. The only caveat here is make sure you guys are still keeping the focus on your main goal over this one, aka it keeps priority in my opinion. So for me, if it comes down to working out or getting out a video, like in situations where I feel like it's one or the other, I just like to pick getting my video out. I know some people might disagree with that or say that I'm nerding it, but that is my main goal and my main focus. So I recommend that it takes priority over the other secondary goal, right? And that's just my opinion. But let's get into my next tip, man. All right, guys, the next major thing that we're going to be talking about to maintain motivation over the long term is looking at who you're surrounding yourself with. So rather that is your trio or your friend group on Fortnite, or it's the couple group of friends that you're making content with, like you guys all make YouTube videos, you need to find people with a very similar main goal to you and stick with those people, man. And you need to cut off people who are specifically, here's the number one thing you need to cut off: anyone who is negative about your main goal, anybody who has nitpicks about it. Now, there's a difference, right? Some people are actually trying to help you and give constructive criticism and be a counterbalance for you, right? And push you. And then other people literally just don't want to see it happen. And you guys all know in your heart who is who right now while you're watching this video, while you're thinking about those people. And you do need to get the strength and cut those people out who don't want to see you succeed, or they don't think that the way you're thinking about succeeding is right. And you just feel the negative vibe from them. You need to cut them off, bro. It is so hard to stay consistently motivated when you're around people who don't align with what you're thinking about, right? Obviously. Now, of course, like I said, some people are doing it out of love, and you need to recognize the difference, but I'm sure you guys can do that by yourself. And then the other type of people are just the people who are really lazy, like they just don't want to work. You cannot spend all your time trying to motivate yourself and then also motivate 2 or 3 other friends. They need to have drive. They need to have some sort of motivation coming from themselves. You can't carry the whole ship. That's just not how it works. Your friends may get motivated for a day or two, and then they're back to their normal habits. Then you're trying to pull them back up again, and you're trying to pull yourself up. I've definitely done this before. I kind of feel like I'm done trying to motivate all the people around me to the extent that I normally do. If someone goes out of their way to ask for help, I'm down for it. But guys, you cannot be expending all of your energy into people who don't want it, man. Focus on yourself at the right times, trust me. And now getting into the last thing that I want to talk about, and that is having a consistent schedule over time. Now, the key to having a schedule or some sort of a regiment that you stick to is to not make it too strict, right? You can't get over motivated watching this video or other videos like it and then make this crazy schedule that you know is not realistic to stick to in the long term, but you're overhyped, you're overzealous at the time. There is a balance between being motivated and being realistic. find something that you're still gonna push through on your down days, on your worst days. You know, generally, of course you're gonna miss days, right? Like we talked about, but find something that over time you can stick to, man, and then stick to it. That's the key, right? The day in and day out process that is going to get boring and mundane on some days. It's not gonna be all glory and hype and success and cheering and bragging, all that stuff, right? It's gonna be in your grind. It's gonna be staying quiet and putting in work, and that is what most of this is about. You have to embrace it. You gotta be proud of it from within you, right? You can't get your motivation from an outside source always. Sometimes you gotta pull it from within you. And that's how I'm in this video, man. I really hope that I was a source of motivation, a source of help for you guys this week. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you drop a sub and a like, man. I really am trying to get out of the own rut that I'm in right now myself, the own struggle I'm in right now myself. So I am preaching to myself just as much as you guys, reminding myself of my base principles. But yeah, guys, love y'all. Have a wonderful day, man.